Wow, great start to the video. I forgot to film an intro. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever in the world, whatever time you're watching this video. I hope you are having a good something. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to get this Euphoria inspired look. I know this has been blowing up everywhere and I'm quite late to get on the train of Euphoria, nor have I watched it yet, but come on, like the gems and everything, the sparkles, it's making me die and I really wanted to try it. Was the gems worth the 40 minutes that I spent trying to put them on? Yes. Will I do it again? Maybe. Does my wrist hurt now? Yes. But it was enjoyable and the look came out so beautiful. Like, I love this look. If you'd like to see how to get this look, then keep on watching this video and I will show you how. Also, apologies for any surrounding sound that you can hear in this video. I don't know if you can hear it or not. I can definitely hear it, all the cars going past, but all my windows are open right now because it is sweltering here in England this week. Having like another mini heat wave. So you're gonna have to deal with the noise because I cannot deal with the heat. So yeah, enjoy. Okay, so to start off this eye look, I want to start with a primer as a base. I'm using, as always, my Revolution eye primer. Yeah, I'm kind of dragging it out this way, like around the outside of my eye as well, since I'm also going to be applying eyeshadow there later. I know you can't see it on this side right now, but it will be once we apply our base makeup and stuff. So for this entire eye look, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Born to Run eyeshadow palette, and I'm going to begin with Still Shot as my first transition colour, but I'm only going to keep this towards the inner corner of the eye, near the eyebrow and on the outer corner. I'm going to try and leave a slight blank spot in the middle of the crease. Notice how I'm taking it out quite far on the outer corner, because later on we're going to blend this colour around the cheeks for an added Euphoria flair. So the next colour I am going to be using is Hell Ride, and I'm going to start by putting this in the crease on that very middle section that we left slightly bare. Now I'm actually going to use my finger and pack this on the outer corner. When I want this colour really concentrated in a certain spot, I prefer using my finger to apply it, just because I feel like it gives more of an impact on the pigmentation. I'm actually taking that halfway across the lid so it blends out with the other colours better later. I'm actually going to use the brush that we used for Hell Ride earlier and use small circular motions to softly blend and diffuse that edge out. I'm now going to go back in with Still Shot and a slightly more compact brush and blend this through the outer edges of the purple just to bring that colour back into the look. I'm going to go in with the colour Wild Heart on the very centre of the eyelid, again using my finger to make sure I get a lot of concentration of that colour. On the inner corner of the eyelid, I'm going to be taking the prime shade from my Charlotte Tilbury, the Vintage Vamp Quad. Any kind of champagne or light pink toned shimmer eyeshadow will do as well. So don't worry if you don't have this quad, I know it's expensive. And again, I'm using my finger to apply it. Keep switching between Wild Heart and the prime shade from the Charlotte Tilbury to make sure that I get a perfect blend between the two. So to add a bit of a glittery flare on the inner corner of the eye, I'm using the Eyekandy Cosmetics glitter in Jelly Bean, along with the Eyekandy Cosmetics Liquid Sugar as a base. I just mix a little bit of the liquid sugar in with the glitter so that it has more of like a fluid liner feel to it. I'm going to apply this colour as kind of a graphic liner through the crease, and I'm only going to take this halfway across the crease. So now that the lids are finished, I'm going to go ahead and apply some concealer and powder, and I will be right back. As always, all the products I used in this video will be in the description box below, so if you want to know what concealer and powder I used, it will be in there, but it is just my usual favourites. So I'll be right back in just a second to you guys. Okay, so going on to the lower lash line, I want to start by creating that diffused blush look using Still Shot and connecting that up into the eyes. So I'm going to start from the outer corner of the eyes and start blending it down on top of the cheekbones and slightly onto the cheeks. I want to make sure that it's right up underneath the lower lash line on the outer corner of the eye, and then blend it down. I want to condense most of the colour right up underneath the eye here. So I'm flattening my brush in order to do that, and then slightly diffuse the colour out over the cheeks so that we get this soft blush that slowly blends up into this eye look. Completely forgot earlier to apply a little bit of a darker colour to the outer corner like I did on the other eye. So I'm going in with a bit of punk on a small detailing brush and using this on the very outer corner of the eye along the lash line to make sure I get a little bit of definition. Okay, so I started on the lower lash line and realised I wasn't filming. Brilliant, this video is turning out to be an absolute nightmare, but I took a little bit of Still Shot and blended this across the lower lash line a little bit more to intensify the colour there. And then I took a dab of Hell Ride and I started to blend this onto the outer corner, taking it probably about halfway across the lower lash line to start adding a little bit of depth. I'm now going to go in with a little bit of Wild Heart again on my finger, and I'm going to start packing this onto the very outer corner of the lower lash line, once again over the top of Hell Ride, just to give it a little bit of dimension and shimmer. I'm going to keep it quite thick along there so it really shows up. And then on the inner corner of the eyes, I'm going to go in again with a little bit of the colour we used earlier on the inner corner of the eyelid from Charlotte Tilbury, that prime colour. I'm going to apply this to the inner corners of the eyes. Take it slightly onto the lower lash line on that very inner corner. Okay, so for the next part, to make this very Euphoria inspired, of course, Swarovski crystals or gems. For me, I'm just using these gems which have like a lot of shiny different colours in them. There's a bit of purple in there. I'm hoping this won't look too much with the glitter. If you want to stop here, you can stop here, but I'm going to add a few of these tiny little gems just sprayed over the cheeks to jazz it up a bit. So I'm going to apply a little bit of highlighter before I add the gems, and for highlighter I'm actually going to go in with Blaze from the Urban Decay palette, as this has a slight like pinky shift and I think it will really tie in well with the pink on the cheeks. To stick the gems down, I'm just going to be using Duo eyelash glue and stick these on all over the cheeks. I'm not really sure how I'm going to be applying these gems. You can all just use your own creative judgment, but I think personally I'm going to keep them more condensed along that lower lash line and then dispersing them out more so it kind of fans out across the cheeks. I just took 20 minutes to do this entire side. So you can see here, I've started it along the lower lash line just under where we applied the purple eyeshadow and kept it like a line up of gems there and then sprayed them out so that it made like a kind of effect, like an explosion from one like dense point basically. And then I thought it looked a little bit like empty up top, so I applied some gems all along the crease line where we used the glitter to add a little bit of extra cohesion, and then applied a few more on the outer corner here just to tie the whole look in together so that the whole eye is kind of like surrounded by gems. So I'm going to go ahead and do this again on the other side. I will also, while I'm off camera, apply some mascara. About about another 20 minutes later, we have the whole look down. All the gems are in place. So for the rest of the face, I'm going to highlight with the Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow we've been using earlier in our inner corner and on the eyelid, just to utilize the products, make it a whole cohesive look. And I'm going to apply this anywhere to highlight that I would usually highlight, which isn't the cheekbones, so like the nose and the cupid's bow. Just remembered also, I said I was going to curl my eyelashes and apply mascara off camera, so I'm actually going to quickly go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so for the lips, I obviously want it to match the whole aesthetic of the eyes, but I don't want it to stand out too much as we've already got quite a lot going on. So I'm just going to dab on my lipstick, as you've seen me do in quite a lot of videos, to give it that soft diffused look and like a splash of colour. So for the lipstick I'm using today, I'm using this Urban Decay lipstick in Ravenswood. And once again, I'm just going to dab this on and blend it out with my finger so you get that soft diffused look. And this, my friends, is the look complete. I really hope you liked this look and that you enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more videos, and comment down below what videos you want to see upcoming. And I will see you in my next video. See you later, guys. Bye. More convent. Oh! Ow! Ow! Okay. Ha 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 ha! Oh god. Oh, bloody hell.